guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my last part of my must-have series. It has been a minute, okay? I was kind of on and off on my channel with the must-have series because Halloween came around, so I stopped doing them to do Halloween content, and then Christmas and the holidays came around, and then I also put it at a pause just to worry about the holidays. But I am back, and we actually have quite a few must-have videos on my channel. If you guys are new to my channel and don't know what the heck I'm talking about, I did do a must-have series on my channel where I basically took each category of my makeup routine and I told you guys what my must-haves were in that specific category. So like, for example, I have a must-have foundations, a must-have concealers, a must-have blush, so on and so forth. So for today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I actually decided to put must-have bronzers and highlighters together in one video. This will also be my last video of my must-have series. This series was so much fun, you guys, and I'll definitely do it again in the future because I feel like we're always finding new products that we fall in love with. So I did want to end it off with highlighter and bronzer because I feel like I love highlight and bronzer, and I had to make sure that we did a must-have for those two products. I wanted to just end out this must-haves because I do want to start my makeup collection series. So many of you guys want to see my makeup collection, and I know that I'm gonna have to break it up into videos, so I figured let's finish up this series and we can create another series just of my makeup collection, and it'll be so much fun to film, and I'm so excited to bring you guys that video. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into my must-have bronzers and highlighters. Before we jump into today's video, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. And of course, without further ado, if you guys would like to see all of my must-have bronzers and highlighters, then just keep on watching. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Really quickly, I wanted to mention if the lighting in today's video is not the best quality, I apologize. I have a window next to me, as you guys know, and the sun is shining today, and there's really nothing that I can do about it. It's literally out of my hands at this point. I've changed up where I'm sitting. I kind of moved a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. I even covered it with like a sheet because I don't have curtains on the window. So yeah, we're just gonna have to look past that for today's video because honestly, I don't know what to do at this point. But jumping into my must-haves, I'm gonna start with a bronzer just because I feel like that's the order I go in, usually bronzer, blush, highlight. So I'm gonna start with bronzer. So the first bronzer that I want to talk about is one that you guys see all the time. I feel like I don't even have to mention it. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what bronzer I'm talking about, but this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Tan. So the packaging is just your standard MAC packaging. Beautiful, a black component, very sleek. It is MAC, so you know, definitely gives you the makeup artist vibe. And this is what the bronzer looks like, you guys. Honestly, this is one of my favorite bronzers. It is so beautiful. I'm not wearing this bronzer today, but you guys have seen me use it an overwhelming amount of times on my channel. It is beautiful. I used to use MAC's Give Me Sun bronzer, which I have in my collection, and I really do like it. It's a really pretty warm tone bronzer. But once I found this one, I was obsessed. It is so beautiful. It's the perfect amount of warmth without making your skin look orange, and honestly, I love it. It's so, so good. The next one I want to talk about is actually a bronzing palette from an affordable makeup brand that I recently discovered. This is from the brand Essence. This is their Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. This is what the palette looks like right here, you guys. This bronzing palette is so good and the price is so affordable. As always, all of these products are going to be linked down below in case you guys are interested. But when I tell you that I was so blown away at the formula of this bronzer palette, I truly was. So this is what the bronzing palette looks like right here, and honestly, I feel like they have a really nice shade range in this bronzing palette. So for me personally, I only use the two top shades. The two bottom shades are just a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but honestly, I still would continue to repurchase this palette even though I don't use the two bottom shades because it is so affordable. And especially if you guys are makeup artists or you do makeup on friends and family, this is such a great deal. It's affordable, but the quality is definitely high end, you guys. It is so good. I'm telling you, You definitely need it. The next bronzer that I have here is technically a face powder that you use to set your entire face, but I went ahead and bought it in a darker color to use it as a bronzer, and I love it. This is the JOUER Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. I also have it in my skin tone where I can set my face with it, and I love it. So this is what the powder looks like right here. The packaging is so beautiful. It is so sleek, and I feel like I just love JOUER's packaging. It's always so nice. And this is the color right here. This one is in the shade Tan. You guys have seen me use this on my channel before as well. It's the perfect undertone. I feel like when you use a face powder that's meant to set your entire face, but you use it as a bronzer, it's just life-changing. Like, I feel like the formula is so finely milled. It's meant to look really airbrushed and smooth on the skin because it's meant to go on your entire face. So when you use it as a bronzer, it's life-changing. This one is so good. And since it's a hydrating powder, it's definitely perfect for my normal to dry skin girls like myself. So that is that. And then the last bronzer that I actually want to talk about is the bronzer that I'm wearing on my skin today. And I feel like I'm cheating with this bronzer, but you know what? I just had to mention it in today's video. And I actually have one more product from the same brand to talk about. But this is from Physicians Formula. This is the Physicians Formula New Matte MONOI Butter Bronzer. You guys, this bronzer is so bomb. So I have mine in just the original matte bronzer shade. They also have a matte sun-kissed shade, which I do have, but it is way too dark for me, you guys. It's very, very warm. I did hold on to it because it might be perfect for the summertime, but for right now, I am super pale, so it's way too dark for me, but this color is perfect. You guys, the packaging is gorgeous. The color is beautiful. The undertone is perfection, and like I said, I'm wearing it on my skin today. I think it is so beautiful. I am in love with it. So I definitely recommend that you guys go out and purchase your own. They do sell it at Ulta. I did see it on Ulta's website. I'm not sure if it's in stores yet, but I did purchase mine at Walmart. They do have it in stock at Walmart, and it is bomb. So sticking with Physicians Formula, I have one more thing to talk about before I forget, because you guys know I'm always forgetting to talk about something. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Collection in collaboration with WAYLIE. You guys, I have 3 of these palettes in my collection. I did also talk about this palette in my best of 2020 video. And this palette is so freaking bomb. I just saw that they're actually selling this palette on Ulta's website. So if you want to try it, now is the time to do so. It is a collaboration, so you want to make sure you get your hands on it while you can. But this is what the palette looks like right here. It is so beautiful. You get the most gorgeous blushes in here, gorgeous bronzers. They all blend like a dream. They look so beautiful on the skin, and it's just overall amazing. I love it. Like I said, I have 2 other ones in my collection. This is the one that I'm currently using, and I have 2 of them that I have not touched, and they're brand new because I'm obsessed. And I believe this palette here is $15. I found mine at Target, but like I said, you can now get it on Ulta's website, and I'm just blown away. It is so bomb. Physicians Formula really does kill it when it comes to bronzer, and this one is amazing. Did I forget any other bronzers? I just want to make sure that I got everything. Yes, of course I did. Alright guys, so now this is actually the last bronzer, I promise. This right here is so expensive. I wasn't even going to mention it in today's video, but I really, really do love it. So I feel like I had to. This right here is from Gucci, and this is basically just their bronzer. I got mine in the shade 03. Honestly, you guys, the packaging on this is freaking gorgeous. This is what the bronzer looks like right here. It's a beautiful, kind of like Tiffany blue at the top, and then the sides are a beautiful gold color. Such a luxe item to have in your collection, and honestly, it is just stunning. So, like I said, I got mine in the shade 03. This is what the color looks like right here, and it's perfect for my skin tone. The formula is really, really nice, and it blends really well. It's seamless. I don't see any patchiness, and I honestly love it. So if you guys would like to splurge and you want to spoil yourself a little bit and you're a makeup junkie like myself, I definitely think that you would love this bronzer. It is bomb. So now that we spoke about powder bronzers, I did quickly just want to go into some cream bronzers really, really quickly. I don't have too many to talk about, but I do have a few that I think that you would genuinely love. And if I had to completely throw out all the cream bronzers that I had and only keep a few, these are the ones I would definitely keep and not mind using all the time. Alright guys, so let's talk cream bronzer really quickly. This cream bronzer definitely stole my heart. When I started using this cream bronzer, it was actually the first one that I had ever used. It was actually last year, the beginning of 2020, when I started to get into cream bronzing. I was always a powder bronzer girl, powder blush. Like, do not give me any cream products. I don't know what to do with them. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. It's gonna ruin my makeup. And now I never go without applying cream bronzer. It's insane. It is like a staple in my makeup routine, whether it's a full glam moment, whether it's a soft glam like today's look. I have to cream bronze. So this one right here, I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but the point is, this one right here is perfect if you're just getting into cream bronzing. When I tell you guys that I feel like if I would have started with something like a LA Girl Pro Conceal, or just something that's a little bit more difficult to blend, I would have hated it and I would have never done it. But since I started with this product, I feel like I loved it. It was so easy to blend. The color range is beautiful and the formula is just so forgiving. It's amazing. So the one that I'm talking about is the Huda Beauty. This is called the Tantour Contour and Bronzing Face Cream. So when I started off cream bronzing, I got mine in the shade Fair just because I didn't want it to be too dark, because like I said, I wasn't sure on how much I was supposed to apply. I also didn't want it to look muddy. I didn't want to look over bronze, you know? So I started off with a lighter shade, and for this to be fair, it's a pretty deep shade in my opinion, and it works perfect for my skin tone. As you guys can see, I did hit pan because I used to use it like a crazy person. I love it. It is so nice, and like I said, it just blends really, really well. It's not the cream bronzer that I used today, but I did want to mention it because it's definitely a holy grail item for me. The next one that I want to talk about is also an amazing cream bronzer. I love this one. It's so beautiful, and I actually bought this one because Juicy Jazz here on YouTube raved about it for so long, and honestly, you guys, her recommendations are always on point. Like, I know when I want to see a new product and I want to know if it works before I purchase it, Juicy Jazz is always my girl. So she did recommend this, and honestly, I look for people who recommend products that I see them use all the time. I feel like if I see someone who talks about something and says that they love it one time and I never see them mention it or use it again, I'm just like, did they really love it? Like, what's going on? But she uses this all the time. It's a holy grail of hers. This is the Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick in the shade Baked. This is what it looks like right here. It is a bomb, you guys. The formula is incredible, and what I love about it is that it's actually in stick form, so it's so easy to use. You kind of just twist it up to get the product to come out, and honestly, super easy. I just take my face brush, I rub it in there, apply it to my face, and I'm good to go. The color is perfect. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. It's just the perfect neutral cream bronzer. And since we're on the topic of cream bronzer, I want to mention the brush that I use in every single video to cream bronze my face. It is a must-have. If you guys are going to Sephora to pick up this Milk one or the Huda Beauty, you need to pick up this face brush. This right here is the Fenty Beauty 125 face brush. This is what it looks like right here. Mine is disgusting, so don't judge, but I have 4 of these in my collection, and girl, next time I'm in Sephora, you better believe I'm picking up 2 more because I love it. It's so freaking bomb. It literally blends your cream products like no brush I have ever seen. It's so good. I used to use my beauty blender to blend out my cream bronzer, but ever since getting this brush, life has been changed for me. It is so bomb. So definitely, if you guys are going to start cream bronzing, I recommend getting you a good quality tool to blend out your cream bronzer, and this Fenty Beauty brush is amazing. I'll also link this down below in case you guys are interested. So the next cream bronzer that I want to talk about is actually a pretty expensive one, and I feel like people either love this or they hate it or they think it's overhyped. For me personally, I freaking love it. I think the formula is incredible. It smells so luxe, and it is a high price point, I'm not gonna lie, but it is worth every single penny in my personal humble opinion. This is the Chanel. This is called the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. This one is in the shade 390 Soleil Tan Bronze, and it does say it's a universal bronzer. This is what the packaging looks like right here. I love it. This is actually one of the first, or actually the only Chanel items as far as cosmetics that I have in my collection, and this is what it looks like, you guys. First of all, I believe this cream bronzer is about 54 to 56 bucks. I want to say it's about that price range, no more than 60 bucks, but I feel like, look at how much product you're getting in here. I've used this so much this past year, and it still has so much product. So For me, it's worth it. I love it. Like I said, the smell is amazing. But if you guys did not want to splurge on Chanel, or you just can't at the moment, that's okay, girl. I got you. This next must-have here is from Soul Body. So Soul Body is actually a brand under ColourPop. So you can get it on the ColourPop website. This is their face and body bronzing balm. I've talked about this before, you guys, and I love it. It's the cream bronzer that I'm wearing today. So I do have the shade Light, and it's perfect for me. I will say, when it comes to cream bronzer, definitely look at the lighter shades first, because the lighter shades are usually pretty dark. This one is the shade Light, and it's pretty deep. It's perfect. Like I said, I'm wearing it today. It's amazing. The formula is incredible, and it's literally identical to the Chanel one without the really nice smell. So if you guys actually don't like fragrance, I would go for the Soul Body one over the Chanel one. Alright guys, so now that we spent all this time on cream bronzer and powder bronzer, you guys can see how passionate I am about bronzer. We can move on to highlighter, which is one of my favorite things ever. So let's go ahead and get into my must-have highlighters. Okay, so jumping into highlighters, my first must-have highlighter is my favorite highlighter of all time. I feel like there's not a highlighter out there that's the same undertone or the same formula or just gives you the same amount of glow that this gives me. It's just gorgeous. This is from the brand Laura Geller. This is the Laura Geller Baked Illuminator in the shade Gilded Honey. This is my favorite highlighter of all time. It's also the highlighter that I'm wearing on my cheeks today, and like I said, it's just a really beautiful gold. Like, it's just stunning. It's not a stripe of highlighter on your skin. It just sits on your skin so nicely, almost kind of like melts into the skin. Guys, it's beautiful. This is what it looks like right here. Mine is hella dingy because I've used it for so long. I've had this in my collection for years. It's probably super expired, but it's still going strong, and I'm still putting it on my face. I do also have two backups in my collection because I love it. It's so bomb. The next one I want to talk about is actually a loose highlighter. This is from the brand Artist Couture. This is their highlighter. It's actually called the Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. It is my favorite loose highlighter. Whenever I want a super blinding highlight, this is the one that I go for. It is gorgeous. I will say that this does have a little bit of shimmer in it, so if you guys don't like that really shiny, shimmery highlight, you're not going to like this, but it's gorgeous. I'm not going to open it up just because it's loose and I will spill it everywhere. You guys know I'm always dropping something and I will spill this everywhere, so I'm not going to open it up. But I will go ahead and hopefully put up a swatch right over here so you guys can see what it looks like. I'll check on the Artist Couture website to see if they have any pictures of any swatches because it's gorgeous. So that highlighter is definitely a must. The next one that I have here is actually an affordable highlighter. This is from the brand Koki, and you guys, this is their Soft Glow highlighter in the shade Heavenly. It is heavenly. It really is. So this is what the packaging looks like right here. It's a beautiful gold component, and honestly, for this to be such an affordable highlighter, the packaging is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It's a really pretty soft champagne highlighter, and I love it so much. Like I said, it's really affordable, so if you guys don't like to splurge, or honestly if you just prefer drugstore brands, this one is bomb. The next one that I have here is from MAC. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Oh Darling. This is what it looks like right here. It is stunning, you guys. So gorgeous. The only thing that I will say about this highlighter is I feel like it doesn't melt into the skin quite as well as some of the others that I've already spoken about. So I do find myself having to add just a little bit more setting spray when using this highlighter. But it's gorgeous. Like, the color is so unique, and the extra dimension that this gives your face is just beautiful. Like, when you twist and turn your cheek, it just reflects so beautifully. The light just bounces so beautifully off the highlight. It is stunning. So definitely recommend this one. The next one here is actually from Be Perfect Cosmetics. This is their Get Wet highlighters. Honestly, I recommend them all. This is more of like one of those squishy kind of textures. So I feel like with the Beauty Blender, it applies its best. And also the makeup artist Stacey Marie, who actually created these with Be Perfect, said that she does recommend you use it with a damp sponge. I have tried them with a brush. They work amazing, but with the sponge, you really get that full blinded effect, and it's just gorgeous. This one specifically is in the shade Hollow Glaze. It's the only highlighter in my collection that's like that pinky purple kind of color. It is beautiful. I'm so happy that I got the entire collection because honestly, you guys, I would have never tried a highlighter in this shade unless I picked up this collection. So this is what the packaging looks like right here. It is so freaking gorgeous. I love it. And this is what the highlighter looks like. It's honestly so beautiful, and the formula is amazing. I love it. It doesn't give you like that stripe of highlight on your cheek. It blends so well. I love it. And then I have two of the Milk highlighters. These right here are called their Flex highlighters. I had to mention these because they are gorgeous. I actually discovered these just from like my usual shopping trips at Sephora. I went over to the Milk section and seen these highlighters, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't see anybody talking about these. So I did pick up two shades. I do have the shade Iced and I have the shade Lit. They're both beautiful. They're really, really blinding highlights. So if you guys don't like a blinding highlight, you will hate these. So that one was the shade Lit, and this one is the shade Iced. Super beautiful gold highlighter, so definitely recommend those two. And then the last and final highlight that's definitely a must-have for me is also pretty new to my collection, and I love it, you guys. It is so good. Like I said, it's another bougie brand, but the quality is amazing. Like, it is so good. So this right here is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. This one is in the shade Pure Gold. This is what it looks like right here. You guys have seen me use this a ton on my channel as well. You guys, I love this palette, and I know that some of the golds in here look really dark, but honestly, I take my brush and swirl it in every single color, and they mix really well. It's not too yellow. It's perfect, you guys. I love it so much. Actually, how about we apply a little bit, because girl, can we ever have too much highlight? Never. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and just rub my brush in all the shades. Tap off the excess, of course. You guys, my highlight was already blinding, but look at that. It is so beautiful. It has a little bit of like shimmer in it, to where it basically like reflects the light so beautifully. I'm obsessed. It's so pretty. You guys definitely need to try it. They do have a rose gold version. I had the rose gold and I honestly did not love it. I feel like the formula was not the same, so I returned that one, but the gold one, gorgeous. I love it. So that basically wraps up this must-have highlighters and bronzers. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said in the intro, this was such an amazing series. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed it. I really did take my time and look through my collection in each category to see exactly which items I felt like were must-haves and ones that I think you guys would truly enjoy. So the must-have series has finally come to an end. I'm so excited to start this makeup collection series. You guys have no idea. So if you are also super excited, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel so you guys don't miss out when that series starts. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.